The Legend of Maui and the Creation of New Zealand. Long ago, in the heart of Polynesian mythology, there lived a demigod named Maui, whose cunning and bravery shaped the world as we know it. Among his many legendary feats, one of the most captivating is the story of how he fished up the islands of New Zealand, known to the Maori people as Aotearoa, the land of the long white cloud. Among his many legendary feats, one of the most captivating is the story of how he fished up the islands of New Zealand, known to the Maori people as Aotearoa, the land of the long white cloud. Maui was no ordinary man. Born prematurely, he was cast into the sea by his mother, but the gods watched over him, and he was raised by his divine ancestors. As he grew, Maui became known for his extraordinary strength, cleverness, and magical fishhook, a sacred gift from the gods, said to have been crafted from the jawbone of his ancestor Muriranga Wenua. One fateful day, Maui joined his brothers on a fishing expedition. His brothers, skeptical of his abilities, didn't want him to come along. They doubted he could contribute. But Maui, ever determined, brought along his enchanted fishhook, promising that he would catch something greater than they could ever imagine. As they ventured far out to sea, Maui waited for the right moment. He recited prayers and chants to invoke the gods' blessings. Then, he cast his magical fishhook deep into the ocean, its line glowing with divine energy as it sank into the depths. Suddenly, the line pulled tight. Maui's brothers laughed, thinking he had snagged a small fish. But Maui knew otherwise. With all his might, he began to pull, the ocean trembling as something enormous rose from its depths. To the amazement of his brothers, Maui had hooked a gigantic piece of land. He heaved and strained, his strength matched only by his determination. And with a final, mighty pull, he brought forth a vast island from the sea, the land we now know as the North Island of New Zealand, or Te Ika-a-Maui, the Fish of Maui. But Maui's feat didn't end there. The canoe from which he fished became the South Island, or Te Waka-a-Maui, the Canoe of Maui. And the anchor that held the canoe steady became Rakiura, or Stewart Island. The Maori people say that the ridges and valleys of the North Island represent the scales and contours of Maui's massive fish, and they believe that the South Island remains forever tied to this story, as the canoe that carried Maui on his legendary journey. But the story doesn't end without a lesson. The legend tells us that Maui warned his brothers not to touch the fish until he had properly blessed it. Ignoring his warning, they began cutting into the land, their greed creating the mountains, rivers, and valleys we see today. This is why the North Island is rugged and uneven, a reminder of the consequences of impatience and selfishness. The legend of Maui's great catch is more than just a tale of heroism. It's a story of ingenuity, courage, and respect for the natural world. To this day, it remains a cornerstone of Maori culture and a vivid reminder of their deep connection to the land and sea. So, the next time you look at a map of New Zealand, remember the incredible story of Maui and his magical fishhook. The land you see isn't just a place, it's a piece of mythology, a gift from the gods, and a testament to the power of one individual to shape the world. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating legends and mysteries from around the world. What story should we tell next? Let us know in the comments.